Long ball again. This time looking for Bobcom. Bobcom gets there now. He's being confronted by Maitland Wilson. Goes wrong him. Sends the ball in. Headed away. But straight to Garcia, who heads it right back in the area. Eventually, it's cleared up field. But Bobcom picks it up. He's going to look to go down that right side and looking to send the cross in. But he's being confronted now by two defenders. Oh, he does very well indeed. But he sends it right across. This is Morris. Gives it to Critchlow. Critchlow is going to wide towards Niles. It goes over his head.
Yeah,
he can't keep it
pass.
Good intention.
Good intention. Poor execution.
Yeah.
He was wide open as well, Niles. I'm sure he had received that one. He would have had a clear pathway to take on his defenders. So Benedict started to turn the screws a bit, Colin.
Yes, well, here they go. This is
gonna be trouble.
Well, good tackle in the end.
That's good defending.
Yep. He was really, we look at, it seemed to be Maitland Wilson coming across and George, and they sort of sandwiched him. Really excellent defending on the part of Maitland Wilson and George. So Garcia is down. Let's have a look at it, Brent.
Well, it's a good bit of interplay here by St. Benedict's. Eventually, Ochoa played through, getting past his first man. But that's good defending there. Both Wilson and, of course, Cooper coming across to make the crunching tackle.
Not George. Cooper was coming across. Excellent.
Well, you'd have to say, Colin, it was a goal-saving challenge.
That's right.
Because that man there, Ochoa, looked like he was certainly in on goal. Sorry, Jeremiah Niles it was.
Yeah, it was Niles.
Looks like Ochoa, Colin, seems to be in considerable pain.
Is it
riding in agony?
Yeah, I thought for one moment it was Garcia. But Niles is getting up. He is okay. And
yeah, you're right. It's Durrell Garcia.
Yeah,
the man challenged.
Yep.
It's a good run. That's what we expect from him. Garcia, he's the type of player that, of course, breaks lines, and that's what you want from a midfielder. He's of course trying to get ahead of his forwards, breaking lines. Good first touch, gets around his defender. But look at this for a challenge. Both defenders very committed there. Both Wilson and, of course, Cooper with a crunching challenge, denying Garcia a goal-scoring opportunity.
And you think, Brent, they had to get it right, because if it was just ill-timed, they would have taken him down. But they won the ball fairly and squarely.
Yeah, it was a well-timed challenge.
Well, here is a free kick for Presentation. Lazarus sends it up looking for Gilbert. The heads go up, and it's won by Critchlow. Critchlow going in field with it, but the ball is won here by Gilbert. Gilbert coming in field with it. He's going to go all the way back to Cooper. Cooper looking to come forward with it, but he's going to play it long. No, he plays it all along the ground. In the middle of the field there is Gilbert making the run, looking to have the shot. Came off the defender, and a foul committed there. So it's going to be a free kick. So here's St. Benedict's with the free kick. It goes to Alexander. He's starting to come forward with it. He's looking around, looking for some support. And is he going to go down the line? Yes, he does. To Bobcom. Bobcom is not going to get there. The ball is going to go way over the line, and it's going to be a goal kick for Presentation.
Well, Presentation has done a very good job of denying St. Benedict's the opportunity to build out of the back. They've sent three or four yellow shirts to make sure that is not possible. And it's certainly altered the way that St. Benedict College likes to play, which is a slow build out of the back and trying to find, of course, their central midfielders who eventually get into their wide players. But it's been a bit of a challenge for them so far, and credit to Presentation College for setting up that way.
Well, he's being pulled down, Gilbert, by Critchlow, and it's going to be a free kick. The referee just has referee Quincy Williams just has a word with Critchlow, so it's going to be a free kick for Presentation. Maitland Wilson is going to take the free kick as Gilbert goes just to the edge of the box. There he is, being marked by Critchlow. But here is Maitland Wilson with it. Sends it too deep though, and it's going to go out. That's really a wasted free kick, because you would have thought he would have tried to get it going towards the far post for a couple of his players to run onto it, but it went straight and went out for a goal kick. So here is St. Benedict's.
Yeah, they started to press high up the park, Presentation College, which is really presented a bit of a problem.
So this is St. Benedict's in possession. The ball played into the center circle. This is Gilbert. Gilbert looking to go through, but it's well won here. Sent downfield, looks to be Dimas. So the ball played back. This is Morin, but it's won by Gilbert. Here goes Gilbert. He's got some space in front of him. He goes past his man. This is danger here. Oh, he hits it straight to the keeper. Well, this was a dangerous moment here. Gilbert, he is already, Brett, you mentioned, he's going to prove to be a handful here this afternoon.
Yeah, he's certainly showing that he could be a handful. So looking at the linesman on the far side, Colin, his flag was up for most of the 5 minutes, but nevertheless, Gilbert went on his run, taking on a defender here, and once he got into this position, tried to drive it with the outside of the right foot. I thought he would have been better served using his left foot, trying to get it across to Boyce. But Colin, the flag was up on the far side, and of course, the referee never made the call.
Yeah, I think you looked at that run, and the reason, he was obviously trying to find Boyce. No, you're right, he should have hit it with his left foot, but he tried to curl it with the outside of his right boot and trying to get it to Boyce, but it never
Very
worked.
difficult skill.
Yeah,
it's
never worked.
Extremely difficult skill.
Yeah, it didn't work for him. So here's a free kick. Cooper. Garcia gets there, gets it to Bobcom. Garcia makes the run, and Bobcom, look at the space he's got in front of him.
Be trouble.
He's running at Maitland Wilson. Bobcom, the shot, but straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Lazarus looks pretty assured here this afternoon. Remember, 5 was put past him in the semi-final, Brent. But since then, we've seen him a couple of times, and he's really held his own. He's done very well indeed.
Yeah, he certainly held his own in the semi-finals, and today, I think Presentation's approaches, of course, haven't really allowed St. Benedict's to get the kind of chances that they got in the first game.
Well, Critchlow sending that ball wide to Bobcom. He takes it down nicely. He's sending it back towards Morin. Morin goes further back towards Alexander. Sends it to Morris. Morris flicks the head on.
That's poor, Colin. Yeah. That's poor. There was no pressure. There was no need to make that type of pass. Could have rolled it along the ground, but instead he gives away possession.
So here comes Presentation. Long ball, looking for Boyce. Boyce looking to turn his man. He's got Dimas on his back. Ball played by Brathwaite. Haven't seen much of him in the game. This is Maitland Wilson going wide to Clement. Clement goes up the line for Gilbert, and Gilbert looking to skip Critchlow. Not able to do it on this occasion, and it's going to be a throw for Presentation. Maitland Wilson throws the ball infield. Gets it to Barkley. This is Worrell. Sends it to Clement. Clement heads it on to Gilbert. Gilbert looking to play a 1-2. Well, Boyce was looking to play it onto him and didn't get it right, but had he got that right, Gilbert could well have been away.
Well, you could suggest, Colin, that the alarm bells should be ringing for St. Benedict's College. Again, that man Gilbert picking the ball up. Just too much space. Look at him again here. They need to get someone on him. He's been allowed way too much space, and with the space that he's been given, of course, he's creating havoc for St. Benedict's College.
Well, this is George getting it to Cooper. Long ball, looking for Boyce. Headed away towards Morris. Morris plays it down the line, looking for Niles. The ball is won back by Presentation, but Morris gets up, gets it back towards Morris, who plays that ball long downfield, and Cooper does well eventually because Lee was trying to go past him, and you see Just for all of you World Cup fans, the first half has ended in a goalless at the moment between England and USA.
Well, I'm sure neither England or USA has a rhythm section like we have here.
That's for sure. Well, here is Maitland Wilson. But it's won back here by Morian. Gets it to Garcia. Garcia twisting, turning with, gives it to Morian. He has to go back to Alexander. That's Critchlow. Critchlow towards Alexander. He goes to his left. And there is Dimas. So they're going to come back from left to right now as Critchlow sends a long ball looking for Niles, who is coming in from the blind side, and Worrell is going to play it out for a throw to St. Benedict's. Coming up to 25 minutes of this game, yet to see a goal. St. Benedict's with the throw.
It certainly, Colin, hasn't been a one-team affair so far.
It hasn't. Presentation really here holding their own. Deep throw into the box, headed away. As Couture getting it back to Critchlow. Critchlow playing it there towards Alexander. Morian doesn't control it well. And that's actually Dimas. So he goes back to his goalkeeper. So far it's been a moral victory, I think, for Presentation, because they've kept them at bay. But there goes Garcia running at the defense, goes one way, then the next, and he was trying to play it off, but Gilbert does very well. And the long ball played the boys. Out comes goalkeeper Bakma, does very well indeed.
Well, I felt for a second there, Colin, he may have been offside, boys. I looked at that run.
And some of the crowd here, a good crowd at the Atto Golden Stadium. In the meantime, Gilbert is down. I thought Gilbert was fouled. Brent,
well, that's a tough tackle there.
That's a Brent Sanchez.
Very lucky. I wouldn't say that, Colin, but I thought Boyce here was offside. He looked like he gone a little bit early in his run.
But again, we see Gilbert causing problems. It was a lovely layoff. So So the players that, as Gilbert getting some treatment, the players decided to go to the side of the field and get some water, but it's not an official water break. So there is goalkeeper Lazarus.
He hasn't had much work to do today, Colin.
No, he hasn't.
Surprisingly. Of course, the last time these two teams met, it ended up in a 5-2 victory for St. Benedict's College. And they were certainly not that type of game today.
No, and they were 4 up somewhere by 30 minutes. But here is the ball with Morris. It comes off of the defender. So the ball played forward, but it's won back here by Presentation. But they give it right back to St. Benedict's. This is Critchlow playing a long ball forward. Looking there for, this is Garcia with a shot. Oh, that's a good save. That's a really good save, because that had some venom behind it. Garcia moving forward, took it in his stride, Brett, and he hit it hard. It was going goalwards, and Lazarus diving to his right, just flicked it over the bar.
I tell you what, this young man seems to have the appetite for this game here this afternoon. What a rasping drive by Garcia. And look at that for a save. Full stretch there by Lazarus, tipping it across. And
well, here's the corner. It's going to be Garcia with the corner. No, that's Garcia now. It was Niles with the corner. And here is Garcia. He's going to go back towards Niles. No, he's going towards the byline. Sends the crossover. Cooper is in the way. Clears it upfield.
That's a bad touch.
But this is Boyce looking for some support, but he's going on his own. Still Boyce. And picked up by Clement. He's done well. This is Gilbert. Pushed a little too far ahead of him and headed away. But only as far as Jones, who plays it back upfield. In there, Brathwaite can't get it. So the ball played inside. This is Alexander. Dimas.
I think, Colin, this aspect of St. Benedict's College game is too slow, and it's not enabling them to really try to pick holes within the Presentation College. The movement of the ball is way too slow, and of course,
and because of that, Brent, the rhythm is not there.
The rhythm is not there, and it's allowing, of course, more importantly, from a Presentation College perspective, to be very rigid in their structure, and then, of course, it results in that, a long pass, because there's nothing available, no pockets. They have to move the ball faster.
I agree. I think the movement is just not slick enough. But here goes Presentation through Cooper. Plays that ball wide to Brathwaite. Plays a good ball inside. As that was Jones giving it back to Brathwaite. Sends it crossing. It's too close to the keeper. And they're going to come away with it. So St. Benedict's, this is Alexander. No, this is Dimas, sorry. He switched positions with Alexander. As Critchlow picks it up, gives it to Bob, come back to Critchlow.
Yeah, and again, Colin, they're going back instead of forward or to the side. You have to, of course, try to advance off the pitch. And it's too slow. This tempo is way too slow. If you look at the yellow shirts, they're well set and they're organized and they're in their positions that they need to be. And then it results in a long ball. Makes no sense.
Yeah, and the long ball, 9 out of 10 times, it's going to go straight through to the keeper. Well, Lazarus sends it out to Cooper. Cooper with a long ball looking for Boyce, but heading it out. Yes, it goes out, heading it out is Critchlow. So it's going to be a throw for Presentation. As we keep saying, they're holding their own here. It's goalless. Ball thrown in. So just 31 minutes and coming up to 31 and a half minutes. It's Presentation nil, St. Benedict's nil.
I'm pretty sure, Colin, if you're Coach Boyce, you don't want Bobcom receiving the ball at that part of the pitch.
Not
Needs
at
to be
all.
higher up.
That's right. And then what happened?
They're struggling to build out to the back because of the pressure from Presentation. Of course, in the build-up to the game, Cooper did say he was going to press higher up the park, and of course, we are seeing the results of that today.
Well, here's Cooper. As Presentation in possession, the shot comes. Not a bad effort, dropping just in front of the keeper. Those are always difficult balls, Brent, but it was the left back, Maitland Wilson, having a go, and it was dropping just in front of Buckmeyer, and he had to be very careful.
Yeah, he did well, Colin Buckmeyer. He able to smother the shot first and then collect. But Presentation College will be happy for what has transpired so far. They've certainly been able to stymie any real danger coming from St. Benedict's College, and they started to create one or two opportunities of their own.
That's right, and especially through that man Gilbert. He's had a good game so far. And there is the long ball sent downfield looking for Bobcom, but it's headed into the path of Clement. Does well, but he loses out towards Morian. Going forward with it was Alexander. And that's a good sliding challenge in the end, coming from George. So it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict. And this is Bobcom on the ground.
It was a lunging challenge,
right.
wasn't it, really? By George coming out from the centre half position. The original errant touch came from George, and he cleaned it up with a crunching challenge.
He certainly did.
What do you call that in Trinidad? A touch tackle?
I'm not sure, Brent. When it comes to tackles and the definition of tackles, I leave it to you.
I'm not surprised, Colin. You still somehow managed to add a little bit of gravy and extra pepper sauce on it to just put a little zing on those comments.
There's Coach Cooper still directing things from off the field. So the ball now headed into the path of Cooper and finally cleared upfield. Morian kicking it right back across the field. This is Garcia. Tristan turning with it. Oh, he's a live wire, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a handful.
This is Critchlow in possession. Goes wide to Niles. Niles looking to come in field with it, but he decides to go back to Morris. Morris giving it to Critchlow. Back out to Niles and headed away by Worrell. But again, picked up in the middle by Worrell. By Morris, sorry. Goes back towards this now is Alexander. Getting it wide to Tariq Lee. We haven't seen much of Lee, Brent. But ball goes out.
And a lot of it is, as presentation's doing, they've been able to get a lot of yellow shirts in and around him. They've denied that initial entry pass into him as well. So he's now starting to come out wider because he's just not getting the service through the middle.
Well, here's Niles. Goes through two, and then the ball comes off of his thigh and goes to George. It's played upfield now by Levi Jones. That's a bad ball. And it's given to Tariq Lee. Gives it to Garcia. Garcia looking to go down that right side. He's being confronted, and a good challenge in the end coming in by Maitland Wilson, but he can't prevent the corner.
Yeah, it's a good job by Wilson, making sure that the cross doesn't come in.
So the cross ball comes, that straight to Lazarus. He looks so assured, Lazarus. Tell you, Brent, in my view, he's improved so much from when they had the final here. He's looked so much more assured of his handling of the ball, coming out of the box, everything now. He looks a really fine goalkeeper, upcoming goalkeeper.
Well, you'll be buoyed by the man of the match performance against Naparima College in the South Zone Intercol semi-finals. And he's looked like he wants to carry on that sort of performance into today's game.
Well, it's played back to Lazarus. He's going to give it to Cooper. Cooper coming forward with it. Sends a long ball, searching ball, looking for Gilbert, but it's headed, but only as far as Jones. This is Jones looking to have a shot. The ricochet is picked up by Lee. Gives it to Morian. Back to Lee. Lee looking to turn with it. Being harassed by Jones at the moment. My word, they're double tackling him, and the referee says enough is enough. He felt that it was illegal. He's given a free kick. The ball goes over onto the far side.
To deal with it.
Yeah, looking for Niles.
He doesn't.
This could be problems. Two defenders struggling, and this is Cooper. But here's Niles, but the referee said a little bit of pushing by Niles, and it's going to be a free kick for presentation.
I was a little worried, Colin, when Worrell didn't deal with the initial ball played in, and he just felt that Niles would have just tucked in there. But I think the combination of Cooper coming in here and Worrell was able to snuff out any threat by Niles. He eventually resorted in doing a little bit of a hip pull to stop Cooper from clearing it. And they've done that well, Colin.
Oh, for sure.
Presentation College. They've double team in areas that they had to. And of course, they've supported each other defensively and worked very hard to make sure that they're organized.
This is Boyce turning with it, but he gives it away and pump long downfield.
He's got to deal with it.
Yes, giving chase
Well
there.
done.
Yep. It was, let's see, the man giving chase was Bobcom. But all was a good ball up front. But here goes Boyce now. Boyce looking to go past his man. Back comes Morian to help out the defense. And eventually it was played out and it's going to be a throw for Presentation.
Yeah, that's well defended. That's been such a cagey affair so far. I don't think any of us would have predicted it. We thought we'd have seen some free-flowing, attacking football. It's been anything but that. It's been a battle of defenses and, of course, a midfield tussle.
That's right. They haven't had all that many chances, the forwards. But is the through sent in field, kicked away. Ball in the center of the field. This is Cooper. Gilbert. Barkley gets it back there to Gilbert was, I'm not sure what he was trying there, but eventually St. Benedict's come away with it. This is a long ball, searching ball there, trying to get Bobcom going, but Lazarus is going to win that every day of the week. So the ball is wide here with Maitland Wilson, sent upfield. Played wide to Clement. Clement looking to go past his man. He comes down, but the referee said it's just a throw for Presentation. I think Maitland Wilson was looking for much more than that. But he's only been given a free kick. Sent downfield.
This is where they're dangerous, Colin.
Yes, Niles especially going down that left side. Niles, still Niles, looking for the shot. Wide. The thing is, Brent, at the moment, you're looking at Benedict and they're taking shots from distance because they're not being able to break down that Presentation College defense.
Yeah, and the room that they're normally afforded in transition is not there because Presentation College is making sure there are 5 and 6 yellow shirts that are coming in behind to, of course, protect the goal. And that's something I'm very sure Coach Cooper would have had a conversation with his team about, because we talk so much about how good St. Benedict is in transition, but Presentation has worked very hard to make sure that they get the numbers back.
And they're in this game, Brent.
Very much so. Very much so. And it's a lot of it is down to their, of course, tactical discipline and their approach to the game. They've really nullified most of course, St. Benedict's threat. And here's Tyreek Lee in his own half, trying to get a touch. Hardly mentioned his name today. That's good football.
So this is Lee running now at the defense. He's got Garcia for company. Tries to play the 1-2 and it comes off of a defender and then cleared upfield by Worrell, cleared upfield, and it comes off the St. Benedict's player Critchlow, and it's going to be a throw for Presentation College. We've got 3 minutes left of this half, and we'll wait and see just how much added on time there will be. As the ball headed forward again, but it goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. Ball played over onto the far side. Coming forward with it is Dimas. Plays that ball wide, and it's picked up in the middle here by Garcia. Garcia looking to play a 1-2. Garcia is going straight through the middle, and then another good piece of defending.
It's got defending again, Colin. And it simply is down to staying disciplined and, of course, making sure that the attacker doesn't get in on you. So
Well-
it's good positioning by Presentation College again, and that's what they've been.
Oh yeah, no doubt. We've got 2 minutes left for the end of the first half. But the ball played all the way back towards George. It's going to go to his right is Cooper. And the ball goes all the way back to Cooper. It's going to come to his left, free as a bird, is George. So George is going to be able to come forward with it. Gets it to Clement. This is Gilbert. The ball played wide now towards Worrell. And Worrell still in possession. Decides to go back. This is...
He's going to have a go, I'm sure.
Yep, that's Maitland Wilson.
Didn't need to pull the trigger. But it was a good passage of play for Presentation College.
They were knocking it nicely, weren't they?
Yeah, and we wonder why St. Benedict's is having their challenges. That's another reason, because Presentation is forcing their wide attacking players to defend. The likes of Niles and Lee, etc., and Bobcom, they're not really getting any opportunity to go forward, but here they go now. That's a foul.
Yes,
that's a foul. Should go in the book for that one.
Well, yes,
I tell you what,
he's got the yellow card
if
out.
he didn't make that foul, I would say to you, Bobcom would have been in on goal.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It was a good foul. As you take another look at it here, gets across it.
George.
I tell you, Bobcom would have been well on his way there if George didn't put that big right hand across his chest.
So we have now 45 minutes have been played. We are into added on time. So we're gonna have a free kick for Benedict. So standing up there is Niles. Is it Niles? Niles and Morian. So we see the referee having a word with the wall. So it's Morris and Morian are the two players. They're now going to be joined by Garcia. But Morris and Morian standing over the ball. One a right footer, the other left footer. But here he goes towards goal, and it was a little way from the goal to the right. And all the goalie had to do, Lazarus, was to allow it to go by. So it's just 1 minute of added on time, and that has been played after that free kick, Brent, and it's goalless at half time. And when you look at it, neither team really have created all that many goal scoring chances.
Yeah, and I think Presentation College obviously would be the happy of the two teams, because tactically they were able to impose themselves on St. Benedict's College, and of course alter the way that St. Benedict's College likes to play. It's been an interesting half of football. You have to wonder what St. Benedict's College is going to do going into the second half to, of course, adjust to the way St. Presentation College have, of course, approached this game so far.
Yes, it's going to be a really difficult one here to decide how will St. Benedict's change their normal stance and go forward. We'll just have to wait and see. So it's halftime here at the Attobolden Stadium. It's the Coca-Cola South Zone Intercol final. It's Presentation 0, St. Benedict's 0. We're going to take a break.
Hey everyone, I'm Tevin and I'm here to tell you two big things. The first thing is that Coca-Cola Intercol is back and we are ready to kick it off. Now even bigger news than that is that this year will be like no other, because you and your school team have a chance to win a set of special edition Coca-Cola Intercol football shirts. Now all you have to do is join us in creating #sustainablehappiness throughout the competition.
folks, welcome back. We are halftime here for the Coca-Cola Intercol South Zone Finals. It is halftime and we are pitch side at the Atto Bolden Stadium. We have Presentation College up against St. Benedict's College, where the score is currently 0-0. Joining me now is goalkeeper coach Terence Lewis of St. Benedict's College. Now, coach, no goals have been scored as yet, but, you know, give us your analysis of the first half so far.
Well, I think the game was a pretty even game. I think Presentation come out today to play a low line block because of our pace in behind. So hence the lack of chances of both teams, because they are a bit more negative than us, and it's causing a bit of problems because we have no space in behind to give that threat.
So, coach, that being said, what adjustments are you going to have a conversation with the boys about going into second half? Second half,
I think we need a little bit more combination plays instead of the direct ball. So we look to link up a little bit more.
Thank you so much, Coach Terence Lewis. He is goalkeeping coach of St. Benedict's. All the best in second half.
Yeah.
Coming up right now, we have assistant coach of Presentation College, Mr. Dunstan Williams. So, coach, thoughts on first half so far?
I think it was an excellent first half. It's a South final. It's the two best teams in South, so it's going to be a cagey affair. We tried to stop them playing forward, and we did successfully in the first half.
Now, the last time you guys faced up against Benedict, you would have already scored 4 goals in the first half. So what is the plan going into second half right now?
The plan is going to be the same. They have some pace, so we're going to have to stop the pace. And when we play on the counter, we're going to have to take our chances.
Thank you so much, Coach Dunstan Williams of Presentation College. All the best, Coach. Now we're going to head up to commentary as they give us some of the highlights from today's match so far. Colin, Brent?
Well, we're just going to have a look at the highlights of the first half, Brent, and really and truly, there were a few real good moments, a couple long-range shots from St. Benedict's, and we see what has happened is Presentation have kept them at bay, and they've been trying these shots from distance, and really and truly, this was one of the better moves from Presentation.
It's a good move by Gilbert. Wrong application, trying to play with the outside and right foot. But you know what, Colin, he's always up for it.
Yep, but that shot from Garcia, that was the real moment of the half. A brilliant save by goalkeeper Lazarus. And there is another one, but goes wide. The free kick from St. Benedict's, again going wide. So a lot of the shots coming from distance have gone wide, except that one from Garcia, which pounded Lazarus, and he pushed it over the bar. Let's have a look at the stats, Brent.
Well, it's stats so far, 11 shots in total, 5 from Presentation College, 6 from St. Benedict's College. 3 of those 5 from Presentation were on target. 3 of St. Benedict's College shots were on target. 7 fouls altogether, 5 fouls for Presentation College, 2 for St. Benedict's College. Just 1 card in the game, and that's a yellow one for Presentation College. No offsides, 2 corners by St. Benedict's College. Saves, 6 in total. They share it equally between Presentation College and St. Benedict's College.
Look at the possession.
And of course, the possession is close. 54% for St. Benedict's College and 46% for Presentation. A cagey, tight affair so far. But of course, Hans has some very special people downstairs that he would like to have a talk with.
Brent, Colin, thank you very much. You all know there's been a big drive, girls in football. We really encourage it. We really appreciate it. We're joined by the girls of Holy Faith Convent, Couva, their football team, Jada Pereira. Listen, tell us about your final coming up.
Oh, we have a final coming up Sunday. We're playing Miracle Ministries, and we're going to beat them. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Well, best of luck with that one, but the World Cup is in the air. Which team are you all supporting?
Well, everybody on the team have like different sides, but I think the main team that we're supporting is France. We have Germany, Belgium, and Brazil.
All right, well, let's talk about the game today. This is the South Zone final. St. Benedict's College, Presentation College, San Fernando. What do you think of the game so far, and who are you seeing winning this one?
To be honest, I'm going to be a little biased probably. But Prez have it in the bag. St. Benedict's have the stuff, but Prez came with the pressure that St. Benedict's never gets. So for sure.
All right, well, the ball girls are here. 0-0 is the score. South Zone finalists, the Coca-Cola Intercol. St. Benedict's College going up against Presentation College, San Fernando. The score currently 0-0 at the Atto Bolden Stadium. Right now, let's talk a little bit about sustainable happiness with Coca-Cola.
So here's how we use recycled plastic bottles to make our special edition Coca-Cola Intercol football jerseys. First of all, the plastic bottles are collected and packed at the recycling center before being shipped to the processing factory. Next, the plastic bottles are melted into white round balls. These plastic balls are then crushed and spun through a nozzle that creates yarn. The yarns are used to weave a polyester fabric. Finally, that fabric is used to make our special edition Coca-Cola Intercol jerseys that you and your school could win. So get collecting those plastic bottles and bring them to the Every Bottle Back Center at Charlotte Street in Port of Spain so you and your school can help create #Sustainable Happiness.
Welcome back here to the Atto Bolden Stadium. It's Presentation College 0, St. Benedict's 0 at halftime. And what a second half is in store for us. I would expect both these teams now wanting to break this deadlock. It's going to be interesting how St. Benedict's now will approach this second half, because we've seen the tactical approach that coach Sean Cooper was talking about. He's worked it exceedingly well in the first half. The big question is, Brett, how will St. Benedict's come out in the second half and readjust their play to suit the Presentation College position? Because you're looking at them, they're pressing St. Benedict's high, they're making them make the mistakes.
I think first and foremost, they're going to have to raise the tempo and the way they play. It's a bit too slow, and it's allowing, of course, Presentation College to be able to press them in certain parts of the field. Secondly, St. Benedict's need to start finding their players in pockets. The likes of Niles, the likes of Bobka need to come off of the line and start playing within the pockets on the half turn to try and impact the game. If they don't do that, Colin, they're going to continue to struggle to build the ball out to the back. As it is right now, Presentation College has them resorted to long passes out of the back.
The thing is with Presentation, though, they haven't really created anything. They've had a moment with Gilbert going up the left side, but you know, for all what they've done, they've stopped St. Benedict's from playing, but they themselves haven't really created anything.
And you've hit the nail on the head, because as much as they've done very well defensively and imposed themselves on St. Benedict's and not allowed, of course, for St. Benedict's to play the way they like to play, on the flip side, they have not been able to impact the game offensively. That's because right. they've spent so much time, of course, defending, that offensively they've left themselves a little bit short. The question is, Colin, can they do it both at the same time?
Well, we'll have to wait and see, because we're getting ready here for the start of the second half as the referee Williams gets us going. The ball is with Garcia. He slipped, and immediately Boyce is looking for the shot, but straight to the keeper. We always thought from distance like that it has to have power. It really didn't have either power. The direction wasn't bad. It was on target, but it needed to be a little bit more with some more power to give the keeper problems. So here is, it's going to be a throw. This is Morris throwing it up, headed away, but it's picked up by Tarek Lee, and he left the ball behind. Cooper picks it up. He's had a good game, Cody Cooper.
He's been solid, Colin. He's not really put a foot wrong, and has been able to, of course, defensively do what he needs to do. You just feel, Colin, that if St. Benedict's are to get some joy, it may come from an individual error by Presentation College, and not necessarily, of course, being able to break them down and play through them.
Well,
we still have a lot of time.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And there's Tarek Lee. He hasn't really got hold of this game yet, Brent. And there he's trying to dribble through, and the ball is won here by Cooper, but let's see. Yes, he wins it fairly and squarely, as coming away with it and slipping is Worrell. Ball is played into Garcia, and he's brought down. No, the referee says Levi Jones was a good tackle, but here is Critchlow. Ball is played back towards Alexander. He gives it to Critchlow. This is Dimas. Wide is Niles. Now Niles, he's got some speed, starts to run at the defenders. He's going to try and get through 2 and 3 of them. Eventually does the sensible thing. Plays that ball to Morian. He goes wide to Bobcom. Bobcom pushes it too far. Yes, he's got a corner. The ball coming off of the defender.
A little bit better. Yeah, St. Benedict. And it's all because of the tempo. A little bit faster. Get the ball out quick to Bobcom, and of course got him in an isolated position where he could take on his defender. And that's the kind of scenarios and situations that St. Benedict college thrives on, and they need to find themselves in.
Well, it's going to be a right-sided corner. And the referee having a word with a couple of the defenders. And here's the corner, swinging away. The heads go up. Picked up here by Morian. Plays it to Niles. Having the shot.
I tell you what, that's a penalty. It looks like.
Oh my word.
Or is it a free kick?
I think it's a free kick. He was just seemed to be outside the box, didn't he?
I just wondered if he was going to call it.
Yeah, it was a handball, but I think it was just outside the box. Let's have a look at that again. You think it was in the box?
Well, I'm not sure if he was in the box. I'm more concerned if it was a handball or not. Here's the opportunity. Oh, he's in the box, Colin.
Yep.
He is in the box.
And if it is a handball, it should be a penalty.
And if it's a handball, it should be a penalty kick. Because he certainly was in the box.
Yep, there's no doubt about it. Well,
there's another look at it here, Colin. Yeah, he's in the box. He's certainly in the box. And that's that man, Barkley.
Yep.
Just looked like he was.
He put his hand up, and that's the problem. Once you put your hand up there, they're going to give a penalty. Or they'll give a free kick. And had he realized it was in the box, it would have been a penalty. But it's a free kick. This is Garcia. Bangs it through. The wall did its job. But that had some power behind it, didn't it? And the wall, you could see Lazarus. We're going to have to look at that again. Lazarus was diving to his left. But boy, oh boy, Garcia hit that with some power. So he's going across to take the corner.
Well, Garcia really got a hold of this one. Straight laces, I tell you. Cooper, of course, putting his body in the way.
Yeah. So a right-sided corner again goes towards the far post. And this is Niles. Niles is wide here, picking it up and coming in field with it. That's a good tackle. But the ball is, let's see how the referee is going to say. Says it's a throw for St. Benedict. Throw sent up to Lee. Can he keep it in? Well, he does, and it's another throw for St. Benedict, this time very close to the corner flag. This is Niles. Getting it back to Morris. Sends that ball forward. Lee dummies it, but he gets that ball back off of Worrell, and Worrell wins it back. Cooper clears the lines, headed right back into that defensive third of presentation. Nobody is getting hold of it at this point in time. Just a little bit of pinball, the ball going one way then the next. But here comes Bobka. Gets it to Ochoa. Ochoa turns with it, decides he's going to go back towards Morian. Sends that ball looking for Niles. Headed away. And it's going to be a throw for presentation. Crowd doesn't like that. Crowd thinks it's a throw for St. Benedict. But the referee has other thoughts. Ball is back here with Worrell. Looking for Boyce. But cleared up field by Morris. Here comes Cooper. Gilbert turns nicely with it. Looks around. Starts to go down that right side. Plays it in field just out of the reach of Boyce. But every time Gilbert picks up that ball, Fred, he seems to be a threat.
Yeah, he seems to be a threat. There's a high level of expectation when he gets it. Certainly from the presentation college fans that's to the right of us. You can hear the little scream and screamer. Here he is on the ball again.
Turning with it, but running into some problems because Niles wins it, and Niles is away. Did well, but still Niles runs into problems here. And Jones playing that ball forward for Gilbert. Gilbert back to Jones. And this is the man coming forward there, was Brathwaite just trying to get past his man, and he gets a throw. The ball thrown in field. This is Barkley. George. Wide is Maitland Wilson. But this is St. Benedict coming away with it. Bobcom gets it to Lee. Turns with it. Looks for support. Has to go back to Morian. So they're going to start it again. All from that center circle. Back towards Dimas. And he's going to play it wide to Niles. Niles takes it down nicely on his chest. And then it's sent out. It's going to be out for a throw. So it's a throw. The throw sent back towards Dimas. Dimas goes to his right. Gets it to Alexander. He plays it up to Bobcom. Bobcom playing it in to Lee. They again.
Just going back for no reason.
I've not seen St. Benedict's play like this for a long time. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen them play like this for the season. So here is the ball played down to Boyce. Still, Boyce going towards that byline. Stops it and tries to get it back to Brathwaite. He plays it in field, looking for Gilbert. Good, strong challenge coming in there from Alexander. It goes out and it's going to be a throw for Presentation. Well, this is Gilbert. Sends the ball across. Oh my word! That is easily the chance of the match. Levi Jones, all he had to do, he did the right thing, Brett. He was trying to side foot. That's all he needed. Side foot the ball into the net, and it went horribly wrong.
It's a good play again here by Gilbert, getting on the byline, and the simplest of tasks, just not made simple. I think at some point, Colin, he took his eyes off of the ball and expected it to just come onto him when he really needed to focus and concentrate and look at the ball coming onto his foot to make sure that he gets a short touch in it. What an opportunity there for Presentation College.
He was
easily the chance of the match.
Oh, he was all alone, no pressure.
They're rattled, Colin. St. Benedict's a rattle.
I think so. I really think so. Well, we keep saying, Brent, we see upsets after upsets, and who knows? You just still feel that St. Benedict's has the quality.
They have another gear,
and when they can turn it on,
they can. Yeah, they have another gear.
But I tell you, kudos so far to Presentation. I think they're playing a much better game here than they played in the semi-final.
Well, a lot of it as well, Colin, is that offensively, that fluidity, that quick exchange, you're just not seeing it today from St. Benedict's. That bit of pace that we're used to from them, it's been a very flat performance.
Ground conditions, you think?
Well, we've seen them play on heavy conditions before, and they've still been able. In fact, I think the game that they won here 5-2 was played in heavy conditions. I just think the approach that Presentation College have taken today has really smothered St. Benedict's and the way they like to play. But I just felt that they have the type of players on the pitch that they can change things. But here they go.
Yeah, here they go up that right side with Bobcom. Sent it looking for Lee. Cooper is there.
Well defended.
Comes away with it, and then that's played a little too far ahead. But a player is down, so I think he played it out because let's see, the man down.
It looks like Alexander.
Yes, it is. It is Alexander. You're right.
He did have a crunching tackle before.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to change things in Benedict, because you just feel, Colin, that if the game continues like this, as we had another look at this challenge here by Alexander, it looked like he may have been stepped in his ankle. I thought you would have said that's another Brent Sancho tackle, but you're behaving yourself today.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, what difference can St. Benedict's do?
Well, I think, as I said, they still, the tempo of the game is good.
That's about all, because I can't see them making substitutions, Brent, because they've got possibly the best 11 on the field.
And where they're very good at is finding their good players in 1v1 scenarios. They have not been able to do that because the ball is being moved so slowly. They've just not been able to rotate the Presentation College defense out of shape and be able to find themselves in an advantage position. So because of that, they find themselves laboring within their third, not being able to break down a Presentation College team that has 4 or 5 yellow shirts in and around every time their top players pick the ball up. It has to be better, it has to be sharper. They certainly have the quality on the pitch to be able to do that.
There was a shot of the crowd, a good crowd here for the South Zone final. We've had good crowds for all the finals so far, as it's going to be a bounce ball there, giving it back to Cooper. This is Worrell. A ball way over on the far side, maybe looking to get Brathwaite going, or sorry, trying to get Clement going. But here is here's Morris going up that left side, gets it to Niles. Niles looking for Garcia.
It's on the wrong side of him. He should have played it down the line instead of playing it inside.
That's right. But Cooper was there again. There's the section of the crowd here. Really a good crowd taken in this game. This is Gilbert dancing around with the ball, but he gives it away. Lee getting it to Garcia, goes over to Bobcom. Bobcom looking to take on the man there in Morris, but the shot comes, and really a wayward shot, and it goes over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick for Presentation. So just coming up to the hour mark, the game between England and the US is still goalless, Brent. That's interesting. That should open up that group a little bit, because Wales have to beat England next, and if that game can draw goalless, it could very well mean that if Wales were to win, but they will have to win handsomely against an England side, because remember, their goal difference at the moment is +4. But
this is around the time, Colin, that England players normally look for here to grab on. It's around the 80-something minutes.
Yeah. But I'm looking at the players out of the USA, and thankfully none of them have long hair.
No, none have long hair.
Yeah, so
and England doesn't have Peter Crouch.
Well, here is that ball played up. I saw a video with you, Brent, starring as usual. You know, you're a superstar, and with Peter Crouch. Said you invited him down for Carnival. Well, Reggie doesn't know you don't play Carnival.
Well, I was going to have him live with you, Colin, and you would have shown him the sights and sound of Carnival. No better host than yourself.
I would have shown him a lot of different things, Brent.
Certainly not Carnival, I bet.
Here is Garcia on this run, sends it across, and it's cleared away, but still, finally cleared out. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict. And coming away with it here is Gilbert. Gets it to Boyd. That's a good tackle by Dimas. Goes down after that tackle. May have just injured himself. Could have been a little bit of a knee or the boot on the back of his calf, because he's holding his left calf. Let's have a look at it again.
Well, Dimas came through. It's a lot of ferocity in that one, Colin.
Yep. But he played the ball, and which was good enough.
Most importantly, yeah. Played the ball with a bit of difficulty. St. Benedict's down to 10 men, however.
And one of the man off is the defender, so they've got to have cover for him. But here is St. Benedict with the boys. They go all the way back towards Worrell. Worrell sends it to Cooper. Cooper, is he going to go to the left? He does. George. Maitland-Wilson comes in field with him. Gets it towards Levi Jones. Jones looking to play it wide.
He's offside.
There's a chance here.
He's offside. Yeah, he is offside.
Well, Brathwaite was standing in an offside position. He should have done better.
Yeah, he should have done better, because he's looking right across the line, and should have obviously held his run. But certainly an opportunity there for presentation. Call it that man Bradford.
So 62 minutes have been played. We are still awaiting the first goal here. The ball played upfield. Lee goes down.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
He'll be lucky if he doesn't go in the box.
Yes, Cooper's getting a card.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to be careful now because there's 28 minutes still left in this game. He's got to be careful.
Well, they haven't made it easy for them, Colin.
So we see the drummers having a good time. So there is treatment for Tariq Lee. So the free kick is going to be taken by Niles. So there is the confirmation of the yellow card to Cody Cooper. As that ball played onto the far side. Bobcom to Ochoa. Long ball now by Alexander. Headed away, but it goes to Ochoa. Plays it towards Bobcom. This is Morian. Can he get the cross in? He has to go back. And in fact, it comes off of the defender and it goes out. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict. Still, we await the first goal. 64 minutes and counting. Can St. Benedict break the deadlock? Or can Presentation provide us with a shot and score here against the league champions? The ball played out to Bobcom. Sends it over. This, Niles, he just couldn't control it. It was a very good cross to him. And coming back, and this is another yellow card. This time it goes to Niles.
Well, he's gone from a situation where he could have put the ball into the back of the net, and now he's in the referee's book for a yellow card.
Yes, it was a good cross. It was right to him. He just didn't control it. So Niles goes into the referee's bad books, or should we say into the yellow book, as there is confirmation of the yellow card. Jeremiah Niles being given that by referee Williams. Ball played in field. It's on the half line here as the ball played. Oh, this is coming forward with it now is Niles playing it towards this is Morris on the overlap, decides to go back to Niles. Looking to come in field with it. No, plays it into Garcia playing that ball forward. Can Morris get it? No, he can't. It goes out. It's going to be a goal kick. England USA apparently goalless.
Yeah, Colin.
There was no Peter Crouch in the field. There was no Brent Sancho, so it had to end goalless.
Yeah, of course. I suggested in 2006 it would have ended goalless as well.
It would have ended goalless if Brent Sancho was on the field. But then you can't go back in history, can you?
Very kind of you. Don't expect anything different. But that's a terrific result for the United States.
Terrific result for the States.
And of course the CONCACAF by extension.
Oh, yeah. So that game, the final game with them and Iran, no, sorry, with Wales.
And England.
Yeah, sorry, and England.
And USA,
Iran. Oh my, USA, Iran. Well, that is going to really come down to whoever wins it. The two winners of those games will go through.
This could be trouble.
Bobcom goes wide.
That's well defended.
Yes, he did. He was pushed wide.
Excellent defending.
He was pushed wide. This is Morian. Goes back to Alexander. Plays it up to Bobcom. Bobcom holds on to it. Luckily it goes back to Morian. Or to Alexander. My apologies. He is still in control. Plays it in field. as this ball is with Garcia. Looking to play a 1-2 with Lee. And he slips just at the most inopportune time. But then again, it was played just behind him. But this is Raffin going down the right side here. And it goes out of play, and Presentation have a throw. So there is some of the crowd here at the Atto Boldon Stadium. Some of them looking very quiet, Brent.
Well, it must be St. Benedict's fans. I would suggest they're used to explosive performances from their team, but they've been subdued. But must say, Colin, coming back out of the pandemic, we've had some pretty good turnout here, pretty good attendances in the games. Kudos to all the sponsors, of course, Tiger Tanks, Coca-Cola, and all the other sports max, etc., who have, of course, made sure that secondary schools football has been very entertaining this season.
Well, let's look forward, Brent, to some of the other leagues starting up. I'm disappointed that the Super League and the Pro League.
Hopefully that's next.
What's happening? What's happening, Brent?
Hopefully that's next.
Come on, you need to take over this thing, you know. Okay, Brent. I'll take that back. Here's the ball played wide. Is he offside? Yes.
Again, yeah.
He's offside.
And again, Colin, he needs to. He's looking across the line.
You're right.
He has to be able to hold this run. And I'm sure that's what I'm looking at Coach Cooper, who's remonstrating with him now. And I'm quite sure that's what he's suggesting. Of course, we look at the Presentation College faithful. They'd be a happy bunch. They look well similar to Fatima College, Colin.
Well, that is a different day, Brent. Different day, different time, different venue. So it's going to be a throw for Presentation. Time slowly ticking away here at the Atto Boldon Stadium. Very well may go to penalty kicks, Brent.
Well, and I know we didn't predict that coming into this one.
We didn't.
And you couldn't see it.
Well,
but again, St. Benedict's have just really not got into it.
Raffin.
There's still time.
He does well. Gets it to Gilbert. Gilbert, is he going to have a crack? Yes, he does. Whoa! Just over the bar. That was a cracking shot there from Gilbert, and it just skimmed the bar. It had Buckmeyer really scrambling across his goal, and that went just over the bar.
Well, he created a yard or so space to shoot the ball, and when he got that opportunity, really put the laces to it. And boy, oh boy, Presentation now in the ascendancy, Colin.
Gilbert,
that's a probing ball.
It's just a little too wide or too straight. He needed to curl that ball a little wider for the man running in there. Let's see.
Gilbert again with that searching ball, trying to find his man back post there.
And that was Clement, yeah, making the run.
Just couldn't get it.
Was a good run on the blind side.
Yeah.
Here is Garcia trying to flick it on to Niles, but it goes all the way back to Worrell. Gets it to Lazarus. Ball played out wide now. So this is that is Maitland Niles playing it downfield, looking for Boyce. Comes all the way back, and George wasn't able to hold on to it nicely. So it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's. So here comes Bobcom towards Lee. Lee couldn't control it.
Yeah, he's struggled today, Colin. Just wonder if he's injured.
Oh, that's
a silly foul.
Yeah, and it's going to be a card.
It wasn't needed. It really wasn't. There was a supporting defender. Didn't need to make the tackle.
Yep. And let's see. It looks like, is that Alexander? Seems to be Alexander. Let's have a look. Yes, it was Alexander.
Yeah, it's a late challenge there.
Here is the free kick and sent right into the area, and it's cleared away. Lee has it. Oh, he's given time and space to turn with it. Goes wide towards Bobcom. Oh, he slipped.
I tell you what.
Niles is in. This could be 1-0. Oh, that's great keeping again. He came out quickly, smothered the ball, and it's picked up by Cody. But what an opportunity Niles had. He should have scored.
Well, again, it's that man Wilson again, Colin, with another game-saving challenge. Did it in the first half, and he done it again in the second half. But the danger's not over yet.
Well, here is the ball sent way over by Ochoa. Finds Bobcom. Going up the right side. Headed away. Nope. It's going to be picked up by Niles again. Going up that left side is Morris. Niles plays it in to Garcia. Has the shot. It comes to Lee. Turning with it. Lee with the shot. And Lazarus holds on to it.
Oh, he's passed it back. He's passed the ball back. I'm not sure.
Yes, they said Benedict players are complaining.
It looked like a pass back by the
It certainly did.
but the referee may have missed it.
And one or two of the St. Benedict's players were complaining.
Rightfully so, Colin.
Well, sent downfield. Ochoa can't control it. It goes wide. The ball sent forward by Clement, but it's picked up here by Ochoa. The loose ball is going to go all the way back towards George. This is Cooper.
Let's have another look at it here, Colin. Lee trying to create a yard of space to shoot the ball. Ball eventually deflects, plunges up in the air. Lazarus makes the save, it plunges out. Is that not a pass back?
Well, the referee didn't deem it a pass back, so this is Bobcom.
They started to tune the screws now.
Yeah. Goes to Niles. He's no doubt is going to look for the shot. Has the shot, it goes wide. Lazarus suddenly been tested. So it's going to be a goal kick for Presentation. Coming up to 75 minutes. Still, we await the first goal in this Coca-Cola South Zone final.
Think one goal is going to decide this final, Colin?
It looks so. It certainly looks like that. Coming forward with it now is Barkley. Plays it in field. The ball goes wide to Clement. Clement gets it to Jones. Jones playing it wide further outside there to Clement. He has to turn with it. Looking to get it back to Maitland Wilson. He goes over as Bobcom takes possession of it. Gets it towards Garcia. Away goes Garcia. Running now at the defense. Flicks it to Lee. Garcia's made the run. This is Garcia. Oh! Lazarus yet again came off his line quickly enough, Brent. This young man is again saving the day for Presentation.
Well, it's a long search and run there by Garcia. Eventually gets in there, but look at Lazarus. How quick is he off his line? Denies the goal scoring opportunity. How important is that play? As we get down, of course, to the crunch time in this one. Magnificent run there by Garcia.
But you could have seen it happening. From the time he started to run at the defense, Lee pulled to his right, he flicked it to Lee, went for the return ball, and boy oh boy, was Lazarus alert to it.
He was alert, but I also felt, Colin, that Lee's pass may have been a little bit too heavy.
Well, it's going to be a free kick for Presentation.
Have another look at it here.
Yeah,
look at Bobcom on the right hand side as well as another option. He's going through. He might have felt he wanted it, but that pass was a little bit too heavy.
That's right.
But don't take it away from Lazarus, because it was, at the end of the day, good goalkeeping.
Excellent keeping. So this is Morris giving it to Niles. Niles playing it infield towards Garcia, and he loses out, and coming forward with it again. This time it's Gilbert. He's had a good game as well for presentation. Looking to go wide to Clement. It's played back in field towards Barclay. Back to Clement. Gilbert looking to take on his man, but he decides to go back to Clement. Clement to Maitland Wilson. Cooper turning with it. Plays it to Worrell. Barclay. George. Good bit of possession from presentation. This is Clement. Back to Jones.
Well, they're taking the sting out of the game. St. Benedict's look like they were starting to get into it, but they can't afford to turn it over there. That's how we want to turn the ball over.
Well, this is Niles.
It's a poor touch.
Yeah.
Like on the back, he's done well.
Cut it back. He's taking the run. This is Niles. Bobcom going through the middle. Niles. Still Niles. Oh, that's a good tackle by Cooper. He won it. But Garcia picks it up as the Benedicts come again. Looking to have a left-footed shot, really and truly, was never in control of that ball, and it went over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick. 10.5 minutes to go in this game, Fred.
Started to heat up, Colin. It's looking likely that we may have maybe a last-minute winner here.
Well, St. Benedict's, they have suddenly upped the tempo, but give presentation credit. They are not. Look at Sean Cooper directed his players. He must be very, very happy with the display of his team.
Well, he might be thinking as well, if it goes to penalty kicks, he has that man Lazarus in goal. He's already been a hero today.
Oh yes, no doubt. So the loose ball is going to be picked up by Cooper. Walking with it now. There's a lot of, we also have to take into consideration, Brett, there are quite a few tired legs out there. Mistakes can be made. There is that ball played out to Clement. Clement looking to get it to Gilbert. Sent upfield. Picked up by Lee. And Lee just left it. I don't know what happened there. But Jones looking to play it through to Gilbert. Gilbert very upset with that ball. This is Niles. Gets it back to what's Morris. Niles. Critchlow. And the thing is, Brett, we have not seen any substitutions from either team, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
We're coming up to 80 minutes of this game, and no team has made a substitution.
It's been tight, and I suspect that both coaches may sense that any change may alter the way things are. But it's been tripping.
So this is 80 minutes, coming up to 80.5 minutes, and the players have come to the side of the field because the player was down. So let's have a look, Brent, at the Sportsmax app moment.
Well, it's hard. This is it, Colin.
Had to be.
Good shot, good save.
Had to be.
I think it's as simple as you get it, as simple as you can say it. And it's expertly as it's been done by both individuals. Good shot, good save.
Excellent. That is the Sportsmax app moment. The shot coming from Garcia and the save from Lazarus. So the ball goes over there with Garcia trying to get it onto Bobcom, who's coming in on the blind side. 9 minutes left.
Are we going to get a hero or a villain?
Well, let's hope it's a hero. Because here's Lazarus.
I prefer heroes.
Headed by Maureen, but Boyce trying to get there and sent on this towards Niles. He's not going to keep it in. It's going to be a throw to presentation.
been a tight game, Colin. Of course, the pass percentages, 64% for St. Benedict's and 61 for Presentation College. Both teams have really absorbed themselves in this competition so far. And as you rightfully said, there's been no changes so far, but I understand there's one seemingly coming in for St. Benedict's.
That's very interesting. Could very well be at this point in time that Coach Boyce is thinking of penalties, and the man coming in could very well be a penalty, one of the penalty kickers, but we'll have to wait and see. Because Brent, you can't really play for that, you know. But here is.
I won't be surprised if it isn't Lee, because he's the captain. Yeah, Niles is off.
Niles is coming off. So Niles is off. But Presentation, they have a corner. Remember what they did to Naparima with a right-sided corner. So it's going to be taken with the left foot. Looks to be Morris, is it? No, sorry. It's Maitland Wilson. Let me get it right now, the third time. It's Levi Jones who took the corner, but away comes Garcia. And it's won back here by Presentation.
Oh, that's sloppy.
Play the boys. Oh my word, that was Clement, and you have to think, well, what did he do? He really should have played it back inside. Boyce was free as a bird.
Yeah, Boyce was free, or he could have gone on his own, his left foot. And take the defender out of the play and then maybe play back across. That's a chance.
Certainly is a chance. So Malachi Webb, the man coming on as a substitute there, replacing Niles, picked up that position wide on the left. 5.5 minutes to go. Still, no goals there. Who would have thought that? Ball played long, but Lazarus picks it up.
I'll tell you what, Colin. That's a bit nervy there.
So this is Gilbert playing it towards Clement. Gilbert going for the return ball. Critchlow is coming to challenge him, and he sends that crossfield towards Worrell. Worrell plays it down the line, getting it to Brathwaite. Brathwaite plays it in field. Picked up by Jones. He gets it to Barclay. The ball played to Gilbert and cleared away. Lee.
This is really dangerous.
That's right. He's good. Look at the space he's got in front of him.
It's too slow. It's too slow.
And he stopped. He's made the run now. Garcia playing it through to Lee. Lee trying to get in field with it, but
there was no one in the box.
Yep.
He done the right thing because there's no one waiting in there.
So still Lee now confronted by two defenders. The referee says he was not brought down. Legitimate tackle, and it hit the referee. So it's going to be Presentation's ball. 4 minutes in this game left. Can we see the deadlock being broken in the 4 minutes? Both teams have given it their all. And
so another look at this here. Good bit of skill there by Lee, but again, good defending by Presentation College. They've defended well in numbers.
Oh yeah,
that's what they've done. They've outcrowded. They've made it, of course, very cumbersome for Presentation College. And look at their fans too.
They're happy.
They're very happy. The last time they were here, they were beaten badly.
Half of them left at half time.
But they're here now, and
they're supporting.
They're supporting.
Listen, kudos to Coach Cooper. I think he set up his team very well. They were humbled the last time by St. Benedict. He came here with a plan, and the plan so far has worked.
Yeah. And it's not only work, it's also given them some opportunities where maybe they should have been a goal up.
That's right. That's right. Remember that one with Jones, Levi Jones, the ball coming across?
Yeah.
All he had to do was to guide it into the goal,
net, yeah.
and he spliced it.
Yeah, easily the best chance of the game.
Oh, yeah. Well, here is the ball's going to be returned to presentation. Lazarus, long ball forward as it's sent back upfield, but this is Jones. So it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. Sent upfield to Garcia. Looking to come in field with it. It's one back here. This is Jones, Levi Jones. Plays it towards Barkley. Coming forward with it now. It's Maitland Wilson. This is the going back to Cooper. Cooper. Long ball forward. Boys, the keeper comes. And it goes wide. Well. It's going to be a corner because Buckmeyer was coming. The long ball was played. Buckmeyer was coming and it was really crowded out. We see a substitution again. Let's see. 12 is going on. Clement is off and number 12 is on for presentation. And Brown seems to have come on. Here is that long ball.
Yeah, it's a long searching ball. Of course, goalkeeper coming in. Not sure if he would have gotten there before either the St. Benedict's player, which is Damas or Boyce. But eventually Damas headed it out.
Well, we have 30 seconds to go. It's a corner for presentation. Can they make it here, Brent? We understand that it's 4 minutes of added on time. That's not a good corner, but they're not getting it away. And it goes out. It's going to be a goal kick. Well, St. Benedict's, they had real trouble in clearing that ball, and eventually
the ball is played in. It's a big swipe of air there by Garcia. Tell you what, Colin, that could have easily gone in. Gilbert there, the recipient, and just couldn't do anything with it.
Well, here goes up that right side is Bobcom. Or actually, that was not Bobcom, that's Webb who has come on, Malachi Webb. Bobcom has come over onto the left side. So we have played full the 90 minutes. We are into added on time. It's goalless here. What a game we've had. Both teams fighting to the right to the end. It's going to be a free kick for presentation. It's Maitland Wilson with the free kick. We see a substitution for Presentation College. Making his way off is Brathwaite. And the number 17 player is going on. We'll give you a moment, tell you who that is. So Brathwaite is off, and this number 17, Felix, is the man on. Brathwaite was the man coming off for presentation.
That's a handball.
So here is Presentation coming forward again with it. This is Barkley, still Barkley. Chipping it there towards the man who has just come on as a substitute, number 17. Yes, it's Felix, the man who has come on as that substitute. So, a right-sided corner is going to be taken by Levi Jones. We have a minute and a half left in this game. Presentation College with a corner. Jones sent it in. It's headed over the bar.
Colin, that could have easily gone in. It didn't need that much purchase on it. Looked like it needed just a glancing header.
It's going to be a throw for Benedict.
You just have to feel, Colin, that the momentum has swung certainly Presentation College way most of this afternoon. And sometimes in a penalty shootout, that's all you need, the momentum.
That's right. So we have a minute left. Ball played forward towards Lee. Still, Tarek Lee going forward now. Looking for support. Still, he's forgetting the support. He's going to do it all on his own. And the ball comes off of Garcia and Lazarus holds on to it. We have 30 seconds left. Lazarus taking his time. He's going to send it down. He's going to get it long. Get it as far away as from his goal as possible. And Gilbert trying to get possession here. Is he brought down? Yes, he is. And the foul there committed by Morris. And it's going to be a free kick. This is the last throw of the dice, Brent. We have played the 4 minutes. The free kick is going to be taken. Let's see. It's going to be Levi Jones. Could Presentation steal it here at the death? It's sent to the far post, headed away. But still, Gilbert fighting for it. And it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict. And that's it. The referee has called a halt to proceedings. It's ended here. St. Benedict's College 0, Presentation College 0. We are going to penalty kicks.
Yeah, it's been a cagey affair for most of this 90 plus minutes. But again, kudos to Presentation College. They were able, of course, to not only just nullify for most of the games at Benedict College, but they also were able to build their opportunities off of it. St. Benedict College just never really came to the races today. They never adjusted tactically to what was presented to them by Presentation College. And some of the individual talents that they have just never really showed up today.
Yeah, they never.
But however, Colin, as you know, when you go into penalty kicks, this is the next phase of the game. And this is where a hero can be made, or sometimes a villain.
That's right. So, and in 9 out of 10 times, Brent, the heroes will be one of the goalkeepers. But we'll wait and see what happens with these penalty kicks. Does it make a difference who's kicking first? Is it a lot of pressure on the team kicking second?
Yeah, it's an interesting phenomenon. Of course, Lazarus was the man of the match in the last game for Presentation College when they won the semi-finals against Naparima College, and he'll be buoyed not only by getting that award, but again his performance again here today, where he was outstanding. From a St. Benedict's perspective, we've seen some of their better players, Bob Lee, very ineffective today, and that is, of course, when you put it up against what we normally see from them. And you have to wonder if that would play in their mind psychologically, if they're going to have the fortitude to pick that ball up, Colin, and put it on the spot and put it into the back of the net. A lot of football goes down to rhythm. A lot of football goes down to momentum. And St. Benedict's College, their front three, their star players didn't have the momentum today. They didn't have the fluidity today. And going into the penalty kicks, can they dust that aside now and put the ball into the back of the net? I think that's the big question.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, because it's a lot of pressure now on these young men, because this is a final, and the winner of this will go on to meet the winner of the Central and Tobago Zone. Let's have a look at the highlights. The first shot coming from Boyce, and really and truly, and then Garcia with one that took a deflection. The keeper was going one way, and then the next, and then it was the turn of Gilbert, and this, Brent, was the chance of the match. Really and truly, he should have put it away. The shot coming, going over the bar, and long ball played towards Niles. Niles was through, but pushed it a little too far ahead of him, and out came Lazarus. Then Lee with the shot, and Lazarus held on to him. Garcia to Lee, then Lee giving it back to Garcia, played a little too far ahead of him, out came Lazarus. Then Gilbert should have done better. The header going over the bar, but we're looking at so those were some of the highlights in the second half, and the penalties are going to start.
When it comes to penalty shootout, Colin, it really comes down to the player being confident enough to pick the ball up, choose a spot before you kick your penalty, and executing in your choice. The question is, does St. Benedict's College have the players, despite, of course, the disappointing finals that they've had so far, and be able to do it? And it looks like, of course, St. Benedict's College,
they're going to kick first. And let's see, the man who is going forward to kick it,
it looks like Alexander.
Yes, it could very well be Alexander.
Well, you need a good start, Colin.
Certainly
and,
do.
The question is, can Alexander?
Yes, it is Alexander.
Give his team a good start.
Sean Alexander coming up against Kanye Lazarus for the first penalty here. Alexander looks around, looking at the referee.
It's quite a long time to be standing there, Colin.
Yes. Not too sure.
I prefer to pop in and pop out.
Well, so he's going to get set. Penalty number one. St. Benedict's College. Alexander puts it away. That's a good penalty. It's a very good penalty. Lazarus had to choose a side, and he went the wrong way.
Yeah, good start for St. Benedict's. A strong, confident penalty by Alexander. Stepped up and places the ball to the right of Lazarus, sending him the wrong way. Good kick, good start for St. Benedict's College.
And now it's
Dante Gilbert,
who had a very, very good game. So Gilbert is going to kick for presentation against Buckmar. Oh, it's saved!
It's a good save. It's a very good save. It's a bit surprised with the kick. He showed very early what side he was going to. But don't take anything away from Bachmeyer. Springs to the left side of him and palms it away. Big save there by Bachmeyer.
Huge save.
Dante puts his head in the shirt.
But you have to feel sorry for him because
He was outstanding
he
today,
was
Colin.
outstanding today, and that's the thing.
Well,
Sometimes
I
you're
just wondered, Colin,
outstanding.
he showed
where
which
he
side he
was
was going to quite early. He started, of course, drifting to one side
That's
to
right.
play on the other
That's
side. I
right.
thought he would have
Very
been a
right.
little bit more deceptive in an approach. Nevertheless, more kicks to be taken.
Well,
Lee,
it's Tariq Lee.
he's been quiet for most of the game.
This is Tariq Lee. And
Yeah,
it's
it's a
saved
poor
by
penalty.
Lazarus. My word.
He's had an out-of-character game today, Colin.
Yes, he hasn't been himself,
And
has
that
he?
penalty sums it up. Again, showed very early what side he was going to. Had the dip in the left shoulder. Let's take a look here. As always going one way, planted foot pointing in a direction. Lazarus read it and of course made the save. Presentation College back into this one.
Well, Maitland Wilson, he's got a score to make it 1-all.
He's had a
had a
huge
good
game as well.
Yeah.
Some terrific blocks, game-saving blocks, goal-saving blocks.
And he's got a good left foot. I would expect he's gonna put some power behind this. Here is Maitland Wilson. That's a good penalty.
Top penalty.
That's a very good penalty, Brent. He chooses corner and he tucked it into the corner of the net to make it 1-all.
Yeah, it came up with a good run-up, good power, good precision, and of course puts it in the back of the net. We're now back even.
Well, going forward now, it looks like Ochoa, Josiah Ochoa. So Ochoa to make it 2-1 for St.
Kind of
Benedict.
feel he needs to score, Colin. The pressure is on St. Benedict.
So here's Ochoa.
Oh my goodness.
Well, he sent it straight down the middle, didn't he? Lazarus chose a corner.
But I'm not sure, Colin, if he meant it. It doesn't matter. It ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah,
But it looked like he may have miscued it a bit.
Yeah.
He tries to go across his right foot. Well, I'll let you explain that one, Colin.
Well, I tell you what, Lazarus was holding his head because I think we all thought that he was going to the right.
It looked that way.
Yeah, and the ball seemed to, I don't know what happened, I can't explain it, but it went straight. So, who is this? Let's see. It seems to be Levi Jones.
That's
and
a
he
good
scores.
penalty. Excellent.
So it's 2-all now. Alexander and Ochoa for St. Benedict and Maitland Wilson and Jones for Presentation.
Yeah, it's a good penalty. Lots and lots of confidence in that one.
It's up to 2-all. So back to St. Benedict's.
But you just feel like the pressure is on St. Benedict
This
every
is
time they come
Morian.
out to kick.
I tell you, you remember Morian in the game against Presentation in the final? He
Yeah.
missed a penalty.
He did.
Against Fatima, sorry.
Against yeah, you're correct.
He missed a penalty. Let's see. Morian, he scores
Not
today.
this time.
He scores today.
Very confident kick by Morian. Sends Lazarus the wrong way. If you ever needed a pick-me-up, that's the one. Look at this. For a bag of confidence by that number 4 Morian. Sends Lazarus the wrong way. Cuddles into the side netting. And now the presentation pressure is back.
Well, it's Young. He came on as a substitute. He
Probably for the same purpose of
in the
doing this.
Yeah, he started in the final. Now, Brent, he's another left footer. Let's have a look at him. Oh, that's a
class.
good penalty.
That's class.
Oh, that's a really good
Yeah,
penalty.
that's class.
So, it's 3-all. Is this Garcia coming forward? Look at that penalty, Brent.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned with the lack of a run-up.
I never like a run-up that's disjointed, broken, or too fancy. I'm like them old English players just run up and smash it as hard as you can.
Well, this is Garcia. Of course, one of the standouts all season. So it's real. Garcia against Lazarus. Here is Garcia. Oh! He's muffed it.
Well,
He's muffed it. You know, the thing is, Brent, when you think of Garcia, he's had a magnificent season for St. Benedict, and you have to feel sorry for him that he's missed the penalty.
it's just, when you look back at it, it's the wrong technique, the wrong approach, and eventually he blasts it over the bar. And this is for all the marbles.
Barclay, Ada Barclay to win the South Zone Intercol final, the Coca-Cola South Zone Intercol final. It's on the feet of Ada Barclay. Here is Barclay. There's a hush now. It's it!
Oh, he's missed it. Unbelievable stuff here. Unbelievable stuff here at the Coca-Cola Stadium.
My word! This is going right down to the wire. 5 kicks apiece.
But he had one task to do, Colin, and that was to put them as South Zone champions. But Buckmeyer didn't read the script. He decided that he would be the spoiler here this afternoon and stops
And
that kick from going in.
you remember when they met in the league semi-final, Brent, Barclay scored a penalty.
He did. And I thought, Colin, he was going to emulate his heroics of past, but the kick goes on.
Well, let's see. That's a good kick.
That is a very, very good kick.
That's Brown, who has come on as a substitute as well. So Brown scores for St. Benedict.
Well, look at this for a penalty kick. Looked like he was going one way, sent it the other way. That's a peach of a penalty there.
Well,
we're going into when the A's rear, Colin. The ones that didn't want to kick. That
Yes.
was me, by the way.
well, it's Boyce now.
He has to score. We're at the sudden net now.
He's got to score.
He's got to score. He misses. St. Benedict College are the South Zone Intercol champions. The Coca-Cola South Zone Intercol champions. Can't Boyce do it?
Well, here is Boyce to make it 4-roll. It's
That's it.
Buckmeyer is the hero. Well. Boyce missed Barclay. All 3 were saved. The pick kick by Gilbert, the kick by Barclay, and the kick by Boyce were all saved by the St. Benedict's custodian. And that is, of course, Jair Buckmeyer. And no doubt, he is man of the match here. So there is Boyce coming off. It's always tough on these youngsters when it comes down to penalty kicks. It was in Presentation's hands. They had it to win. And would you believe, this is Boyce. Goes to the right and Buckmeyer dives. He chose the right way. And there is a forlorn looking Caleb Boyce. And Presentation College loses here 4-3 on penalty kicks after 6 kicks. And you have to feel for Presentation College. Tactically, they played it very well here today. But in the end, it was just not to be. It's really tough on these young players. So the presentation fan, the St. Benedict's fans, very, very happy indeed. As St. Benedict's, there are the St. Benedict's College champions. So they've won the South Zone Intercol here. And the hero, their goalkeeper, who saved 3 of the kicks. He was brilliant in the penalty shootout, never really put a foot wrong during the 90 minutes as well. Let's have a look at the highlights. And there is Garcia with the first shot of the game going over the bar. Then it was the turn of Critchlow. That went wide as well. And there was Gilbert making this run, going up that left side, looking around, tried to get it back with the outside of the boot, but it was held by the goalkeeper. Then Garcia with a ripper, and the goalkeeper Lazarus was pushing it over the bar. Then the shot coming, and Buckmar holding on to it. So it's wide, went into the second half, and immediately Boyce was on the front foot, had the shot, but straight to the goalkeeper. Garcia with the shot, they took the deflection. Then it was the turn of Gilbert again, and this was probably the chance of the match. Went to Levi Jones, who was side-footed it and got it all wrong. Then a long ball played. Niles getting behind the defense, pushed it a little too far ahead of him, and there was the goalkeeper coming out, Lazarus. Then a shot deflected, Lazarus holding on to it. And Garcia playing a 1-2 with Lee, looking for the return ball, but it was hit a little too far ahead of him. Lazarus to the rescue. Then there was Gilbert with the shot, goes wide. Went into the penalty shootout, and Gilbert missing for presentation, or one should say the shot was saved. Then Lee, he had his shot saved by Lazarus. That was an excellent penalty in the back of the net, and this one saved. That was let's see, Garcia. And let's have a look, and Boyce missing, or let's not say missing, but the last penalty from Boyce, well saved by Buckmar, and just like that, St. Benedict's, they have taken this South Zone, the Coca-Cola South Zone Intercol final by winning 4-3 on penalty kicks. Let's go down to I think Siobhan is down there with the man of the match.
Well, folks, it is time for the presentation of awards for today's man of the match, Jair of St. Benedict's College. Congratulations to you. And coming up next, we have our president of the SSFL, Miri Gonzalez, with his medal for our champ today, and Maritza Balak, the senior marketing manager of Coca-Cola. So Jair, both teams had us on the edge of our seats from start to finish in the game today. How are you feeling right now after walking away with the title of man of the match after all that anticipation?
Well, I would say the game was a well-fought game, to be honest. It was very intense, very anticlimactic. I feel really excited, to be honest. Thank God for the win, and we're going to move on from here now.
Because it all came down to penalties. What was going through your mind? Penalty, shot after shot.
Well, to be honest, I was very much confident because in the practice, normally save 2 pens every practice, but so it wasn't a mentally struggling thing for me. I was very much comfortable, and I was able to show what I can do today.
So we noticed you were giving Boy some words before he took his shot. Whoa. You want to enlighten us a little bit?
I was telling boys to not cry, next year for him, But also, I would just like to big up the press boys one time too. All they lost time today. We still appreciate the fight. We appreciate the talent they brought out here today, and all praise to them.
And on Monday, you guys face off against Central Zone champs, Carapachima East. How are you and your teammates going to get ready for that one?
Well, we're not going to change up what we're doing. We're going to keep working hard, keep pressing on until we reach the national interval final. And then that too.
Much thanks to you, Jerry Buckmeyer. All the best and congratulations to you and your team. Right now, folks, our very own Hans is with our coaches of Presentation College and St. Benedict, so let's hear from him.
Thank you very much, Siobhan. Joined by Coach Cooper. Coach Cooper, all I can say, one team has to win, one team has to lose, but what a performance today.
Yes. I'm very proud of the boys. Very, very proud of them.
Now, talk to me about the supporters and what they've done for the team over the entire season.
Well, definitely, you saw the turnout here today. They have been our driving force from day one. And when presentation comes out to play, the stands are filled. It's because of entertaining football.
Yeah.
I think you all saw a national intercol final here today.
It was a great one. How does the team rebuild moving forward?
Well, this is a young team, as I told you all, from day one. So everybody will be returning 2023. So we have a bright future ahead of us.
Thank you very much, Coach Cooper. As your team actually collects their medals from SLC Charan, from the Secondary Schools Football League, South Zone, Maritza Balak from Coca-Cola, and Miri Gonzalez, our president of the Secondary Schools Football League. Joining me right now, Coach Boyce. How does it feel at this point in time?
Well, it feels great. The feeling is wonderful. Glad for the players. They've been working hard all season, putting in the work. Look at the fans, look at the crowd.
Now, let me ask you a question. Was this game what you expected? Because last time you all were very dominant against Presentation.
Yeah, I've been looking at them. I see the coach did some tactical adjustment. They started to play a real low line block. They compact, they took out all the spaces. It was a little difficult for we to open some of those doors that were locked today.
Yeah.
But we keep playing. The game, I think, was a well even balanced game. What I could say is that if football continue like this, it could only be good for Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. How do you all prepare for Caps East up next?
Well, we had to get some rest first. That game is right around the corner, which is Monday.
Yeah.
So we try to do a little recovery. Not much we could do than some ice bath and some stretches and try to get the players off of the legs. And then we go into the game Monday and see how it goes.
Thank you very much, Coach Boyce. Well, we invite you to actually join your team. It's time for you all to get ready to collect your medals and, of course, your trophy as champions of the Coca-Cola South Zone. It is the Coca-Cola Intercol as we get ready for our winners. Brent Sancho, what do you make of the game today?
Well, it was a pulsating, exciting affair. Of course, there was always going to be just one winner in this one, and you felt St. Benedict always had something extra in it. But you have to give credit to Presentation College and what they were able to do today. They not only stymied the way St. Benedict used to play, of course, on the other hand, they were able to build a few attacks, and that one in particular, the chance in the second half that you felt, that was the one to, of course, take them over the line. But nevertheless, St. Benedict's College and what they've done throughout the season, their body of work is why they're moving on, and I think that is important as to why they won the penalty kicks here today.
Colin Murray, what do you make of it?
Kudos to Presentation. I really feel it for Presentation. I thought their plan was excellent. It worked to
1-2, 1-2, check 1-2, 1-2. Yeah, check 1-2, 1-2.
90 minutes. You have to say that they stumbled. They had a few good moments, but listen. At the end of the day, champions come through.
Yeah.
And let's face facts. they came through there. Buckmeyer, we never thought before the game that Buckmeyer would be the hero of this game. We all talked about Lee and all the players, but kudos to St. Benedict's.
Definitely. Do you think the other players really stepped up to the plate today, Brent?
I think from a presentation college perspective, I think they did that. They did step up to the plate. And particularly how they did their tactical work. They stuck to it. They never broke shape. They were very, very good in what they did. I think from a St. Benedict's college perspective, a lot of their key players just didn't show up today, particularly their captain Lee up front. Of course, Bobcom was very quiet. Of course, Garcia was the one that was in and out of it. But overall, you would suggest St. Benedict's moving forward, those are they have to improve. The key players have to perform in this format of the game.
All right, well, here we have the players from St. Benedict's College actually collecting their medals. I mean, we have Jeremy Naz, LaShawn Morris, Keanu Morin, Josiah Ochoa, Tariq Lucas, Darren Griffith, Joshua Gustav, Jaden Grant, Terrell Garcia, Tane Devonish, Joshua Dimas, Liam Dayal, Tariq Lee, the captain, Rayshawn Krishlo, Jair Buckmeyer, their goalkeeper, and our man of the match today, Ephraim Brown, Kadeem Batiste, Nishon Alexander, and Nicholas Bobcom, the man who we really expected to work his magic today, and he definitely had some attacking prowess, but wasn't able to find the back of the net in full time, but did it in penalties.
Well, it's certainly a happy camp, St. Benedict's College. We talked about, of course, the stranglehold that Naparimo College and Presentation College had on this division, and St. Benedict's College was able to break that this year. I think when we saw them in the first game, we all said to ourselves that St. Benedict's College will be there and thereabouts when we talk about trophies at the end of the season. And certainly they've already lifted one, the Tiger Tanks Premiership Trophy, and now they're gunning for the National Intercol Championship. Of course, South Zone winners. One will always argue that this is the hardest division in Trinidad and Tobago schoolboy football, and St. Benedict's College has been able to, of course, champion that.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, and you know, it's interesting. Now they're going into the national, the playoffs. How will they cope? How will the other teams, looking at this, what they now plan for St. Benedict's? Because let's face it, St. Benedict's offensively, they're a real great, they're a good team. And you're right, Brent, some of their star players today didn't show up, and I tell you, that's not going to happen every day. So they're going to come good in the nationals, and the other teams, they better be wary of them.
Well, they get ready to face off against Carapachina East on Monday. But for today, for tonight specifically, they celebrate their South Zone title inside the Coca-Cola Intercol. St. Benedict's College, they have their banners that reads St. Benedict's College Champions. These are your 2022 South Zone Coca-Cola Intercol Champions, St. Benedict's College. They have done it. And there you have it. They are going towards their fans that supported them for the entire season. The Coca-Cola Intercol South Zone Champions, St. Benedict's College.
The energy right now at the Atabolan Stadium is crazy, hands. If it's one thing, South supporters know how to show up for their teams. And after this one today, they match up against the Caps East Central Zone champs.
So definitely we're going to be bringing you all of that action on Monday. Carpachima East, winners of the Central Zone, face off against St. Benedict's College, who captured the South Zone inside the Coca-Cola Intercol final tonight. Listen, that will be our national quarterfinal, and what excitement that will bring to each and every single viewer. The final score here today, when it came down to penalties, on full time it was 0-0. Presentation 0, St. Benedict's 0, but when it came down to the penalties, presentation 3 goals, St. Benedict's getting the edge with 4. On behalf of the entire Sportsmax team, my name is Hans Beats. Thank you so much for watching. We leave you with some images of the South Zone Coca-Cola Intercol champions and images of today.
St. Benedict